The 2024 F-150 Tremor. Go ahead, Lisa. This is it, the big reveal. I just brought my F-150 Tremor and I brought it home. There it is. It's the F-150 Tremor. It's a 2024. It had 22,000 miles on it, and I just picked it up yesterday. And boy, do I love it. You can see that, first of all, it has the massive tires. It's got 18-inch rims with 33-inch tires. It's got the Tremor badging right there. It also has the orange Tremor badging, which is it's really known for. That complements the LED lights, and the orange trim goes all the way around. Again, you've got, you know, little sporty stuff on the hood. You can see there, you've got it. These aren't functional because they don't really let air in, but they look good. Again, it's got the Tremor badge. It's got some neat floor plates to step up on. Those are really good. I like those a lot. It has a high clearance. Oh, and it's got the Tremor in the back here so that you know what you're dealing with. I like that little window there in the center because I use that a lot, like if I have lumber or something tall, because I can stick it in the bed and then stick it through the cab. I've had to do that when I've got like 10 or 9 foot boards that I have to carry with my old truck. So I've always liked that, and it's automatic. I love this feature right here. It has a door. Not too many trucks have that, but it has a door that opens up. It also comes down. You can see it's automated. I can also do it with my key, but I really like that little door because that way, if I want to just kind of step up there and go through, I can do it. So I really like that. But there it is, the Tremor. It has, 400 horsepower, 510 pounds of torque. It's a V6 3.5 liter EcoBoost, and man, do I love this truck. Let's take a look inside. So if you go inside, you can see you've got the seating there that says Tremor just as well. It's got a full sunroof. I don't have it open right now, but it goes from the front to the back. It's got a nice size screen. And one of the things I love is the back seats, because again, you have plenty of room. I have it set for me right now, and I still have a lot of room to sit back here, both head space and knee space. So they're very comfortable. I've got the seat or the cup holders down, but one feature I love is these seats go up just like that. And there's storage underneath. You can see you've got storage there. I love that feature. But it really is a beautiful truck. There's not much I'm going to really do to it. Normally, I do a lot to trucks and cars and motorcycles, but this one's pretty complete. There's not much I really have to do. I very much like it. All right, so we are pulling out of the driveway. Lisa's driving first, so give her a chance. I did drive it home, but like I said, I'll do some more here in a minute. But sits up high, rides good. All right, so we're out riding. We're heading down to well, I live right next to a state park, and then we're heading down to the Potomac. So Lisa, how's it feel?
It feels amazing. I'm glad we have a truck again. The horsepower is great in this thing. I would highly recommend it. I'm glad we have it again.
And you like sitting up high, I know.
Love it, love it, love it.
She mentioned the horsepower. I forgot to mention it produces 400 horsepower, and I think it's 510 pounds of torque. And you can kind of really feel it when you take off. It definitely has power. It doesn't lack power. Very pleased with it. It also has a 36-gallon tank, so I won't be racing from light to light with a 36-gallon tank, because it can go close to 600 miles if you drive properly, but that's a lot of gas to fill up with, especially with today's prices. So we are pulling up to the river now. All right, so the Tremor got us here to our campground. We're about to go camping, and I'll tell you what, I love this thing. You know, I retired when I was 57. Now I'm in my 60s. And back then, I had different goals, but today I have 3 goals. Number 1 is family. Says it all. Protect, love, care for family and friends. Number 2, take care of myself, mentally, spiritually, physically. And then number 3 is to have fun. And that's what I'm doing with this today. I'm having fun. You know, this really checks all 3 blocks. I'm having fun with it. It's good for my mental well-being, and my family loves it. My granddaughter loves sitting in the back of this thing because she loves when the sunroof opens. She loves how big it is, how roomy it is. My daughter's already got me going to the dump site so I can take vacuum cleaners, chairs, and other things, which I love doing. Don't get me wrong, I love the dump site. And then finally, I can just take care of everything I need to do. Family, have fun, mental well-being, yes sir. So I hope this video helps you. Well, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. One thing I love about having a truck is I tend to get out more. Right now we're walking a trail, as you can see. The trail goes all the way down to the water, then it runs along the water. But just this part, it's shaded because it's supposed to be 100 today, but it doesn't feel that way when you're on this trail right here. This is amazing. This is the part of America I love. Here's the outdoor living, here's the outdoor life. All right, so we just came off the trail. We were riding, and now we got the bikes all mounted. What do you think, Lisa? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed myself today. I enjoyed the ride, and we had a lot of fun.
You had a lot of fun?
Yes.
Well, there it is. The bikes are all mounted, so we got them up there. Got the truck ready to go. Like I told you before, this checks off a couple of blocks. Having fun, fun with family, mental health. It's all those things. I absolutely love it, love it, love it. All right, let's head up and head out. All right, so there's a couple other things I'll point out that I didn't mention earlier. This is the 402 Alpha package, which means it comes with things like the complete sunroof, front to back. It has the heads-up display. If you've never used heads-up display, I can see the temperature outside, my miles per hour, the speed limit and time. Also, if you do navigation, it'll tell you left, right, those sorts of things. It doesn't interfere at all, but it's very helpful when you're driving, especially in traffic, and you can't take your eye and look down. It's got the heated and air-conditioned seats up front for both driver and passenger, and in the rear, it has the heated seats for both passengers. I've had them up front before, but I've never had them in the back, so that's a pretty cool feature. I have 6 auxiliary switches here in case you want to, which I love, because that way it's already there. If you want to add a winch, if you want to add lighting, anything you want to add, you've got 6 of them that just come blank that you can add. It's got the garage door openers, although I use my own because if I park it in my garage or in the driveway, I like to take this one out so if someone broke the window, they couldn't necessarily open the garage. Not that I'm worried about that, but it's just a thing. So it's got a lot of creature comforts that really make this car neat. It's got speakers everywhere, above my head, above the passenger head, over here, there. They got speakers everywhere. So again, everything you want to know. And I like the dials too, because as you're driving, I've had cars where the climate control is in the screen and you've got to touch and do all kinds of things, and while you're driving that's complicated. But right now I can just adjust everything on these first 2 rows. It's got a bunch of buttons for everything I want, from heated steering wheel to climate control to seat control, all those things. And speaking of seat control, I've got every seat control imaginable here in every position. It's set for me because I've got 3 different buttons, so if my wife gets in it, she can have her own. I have 2, one for summertime and one for winter, because in winter I tend to wear heavier clothing, so the seat goes back further. But again, it has everything you could possibly want, and that's why I love it. It's a great truck. Thank you. This is a really cool feature. Right now I'm in drive mode, And if I open the door, watch what happens. Like sometimes you may forget to take it out of drive mode. How about that? You open the door, it automatically puts it in park so that you don't forget and it rolls back. Also, the emergency brake automatically comes on. Let's try this. I haven't done this yet. There you go. That goes down. And then you open that up, and now I have a workstation. You have something flat that if you want to do some work, you can write on. Then you can fold that back up and then push that back, and it comes right back up. Just some really cool stuff in here. The truck comes with the drive modes. Normally I'm in 2 high if I'm on the road, just driving around town. I can also do 4 alpha for where all wheels drive. That's where you get good power. I think that's where the 400 horsepower, 510 torque really kicks in. Then you've got 4 high when I'm off-road like I was when I got my engine all dusty. And then 4 low. I don't know that I'll ever use 4 low. Maybe I will. I just don't know why. So in 4 high, I'm able to tow. This truck, as I said, tows upwards to 13,000 pounds, I think. But the most I'll tow or plan to tow is about 7,000. The truck also has these driving conditions. Like, let's see, right now, I'm in tow haul. Then I can go to normal, which is what I typically drive around here on. Normal again, let's see. Slippery, that shows you wet and snow. And automatically starts the four-wheel drive. Snow, let's see, slippery, I got again, I thought I did that. Off-road. Rock crawl, so that's your low speed over rocks and boulders. Sport, probably won't do sport that much. Like I said, I'm not trying to jackrabbit from light to light. And then it's also got an eco. I don't think I'll use that much. Maybe if I'm in highway traffic, I would put it in eco. Otherwise, I just don't see me using that a lot. I see tow and haul, I'll be using that in normal. Those will probably be the ones I use most. So this Pro trailer is a really, really cool feature. Anyone that's ever had to back their truck and mount a trailer will really appreciate this. Simply push the button, and look at that. It shows you the rear of your truck. So it's easy to hook the whatever you're pulling up to the truck. Gives you a clear view. I wish I had this years ago when I was pulling boats out of the water. This is so cool. And it even has a left and a right, so that it'll automatically turn the knob left, you turn it right, and it will automatically guide it onto the tow hook. Wow, that's cool. One of the things I haven't mentioned that is inside, you can see it's got these vents. They actually open and close. So sometimes when I start the car up, it just depends on the condition, they will open and close. So I wondered why they were there. I thought they stayed closed, but then I realized, because one day I looked at them after I started, they actually open. And I did some further research, they open and close to let air in. So that is pretty cool that the engine is getting air. Believe it or not, I have an actual matching spare tire and rim. It doesn't have one of those little runts that just act as a filler. This is an actual spare tire and rim. That's very good. I was impressed with that, along with the dual exhaust and black tips. He's got the black tip muffler, dual exhaust, and here you see the rear tow hooks. Well, after taking it back roads, you can see it's pretty dusty and dirty. Look at that, it is a mess, absolute mess. Now this is not a video about cleaning engines, and I'll never tell anybody how to clean an engine because I'm not a mechanic in no way, shape, or form. But I would never spray a degreaser on a hot engine and then hose it down of any sort. Instead, I'm just going to use an old-fashioned bucket and water and just kind of wipe it down, because there are certain parts like here on this battery terminal and other electrical parts you just don't want to get wet. That's better, not perfect, but better. It's a piecemeal process and I do a little bit at a time. But there we go, the first wave. It's like 100 degrees, so I'm calling it quits for today. All right, so I got her nice and cleaned up. The Tremor is clean. So I washed it, waxed it. I put the protectant on the inside on the leather seats, conditioned those. Did pretty much everything, but what I didn't do was put the clay bar on. I got tired, and plus I had to cut the grass. So I'll do the clay bar another time, but it definitely needs it, I can tell. In the meantime, I got the Equinox charging. That's a full EV car, but the Tremor looks good. And then the last thing I did, and I'm gonna open it up now, is I put one of these auto bombs in these spray bombs. Oh, it smells great in there. Wow. So I put this in here. It's a total reset from Chemical Guys. You just press the button, lock it. It sprayed for about 1.5 minutes. And then I left the car running with the air conditioning on recirculate. And I can tell you right now, it smells great in there. So one thing I like to do is detail trucks. So you can see I'm gonna, even though it comes clean and it's pretty clean, I'm gonna do my own detailing because that's why I have this garage. So I always have my microfiber cloths, and I've got way too many of them. I got to stop buying them because you'll see as I go through, I've got too many. I always think I need them, but I don't. So I like to use Mothers only when I'm using this clay bar here. So I use this clay bar to do any imperfections. Like if I see the slightest imperfection, I wet the car down, I wash it, and you got to make sure it's wet. You don't want to use a clay bar on a dry car or you will mess it up bad. But make sure it's lubricated. So I'll lubricate it with the Mothers and then use the clay bar to get out any imperfections. I like this series right here, the Pro Elite. So that's a detailer, an interior cleaner, a leather cleaner. I always use Chemical Guys. That's a Black Frost fragrance. I like some of these wheel cleaners. That's not one I always use, but I have used Black Magic in the past, but that's my favorite. I like this brand because it's great on the tires, it's great on the rims. Plus, the reason why I think I really like it is if you look at the spray bottle, it has such a wide coverage. When you spray that one time, it covers a wide area, which is helpful when you have large tires. So I really like that. As far as the waxing goes, I like this Auto Def. This is a good brand. And I also like this one from Best, what is it? Gary, a buddy of mine's in Waldorf, has this at the Best Auto Salon. And as a matter of fact, I need to go up there and get some more, but I really like his brand. If there's any nicks or scratches, that's good for getting them out. And I always treat my windows with Rain-X. I have that Rain-X that I start off with using my microfiber cloths, and then as I wash in between, I'll normally use that. I like to use it because if you do it properly, it can rain, and I never have to use my windshield wipers because the water just rolls right off. I'm back at Home Depot, about to start another project. And on the way home, we stopped for oysters on the half shell, and I also got a 3/4 pound Angus burger with crab imperial. It was amazing. That's why I love Maryland. All right, so all in all, it is a beautiful truck. We're still getting to know each other. I want to thank the staff of Ourisman Alexandria in Virginia, especially Kevin Sr., who was the salesman. And just the whole staff was very friendly and they helped me close the deal. Would I recommend it to a friend? Absolutely. Would I buy this again? Absolutely. So with that said, this time I really am out. Enjoy, and I'll talk with you next time. The Inner Works Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Out.